What's up, friends? So here we are, set up for a game of Star Wars Shatterpoint, which I haven't had the opportunity to play in a really long time, so I'm really excited. My team is an absolute mishmash that would make any lore fanatic or grognard probably poop their pants. So I'm running Lord Maul with Kalani and some battle droids, and then I'm running Ahsoka with Captain Rex and some 501st clone troops. Anthony was gracious and patient enough to come and help me remember how to play this game today. So let's take a look at what he brought to the table. Michael, pick you up good.
All right, so we got Cad Bane and his guys with Aura Singh and the Bounty Hunters. I'm going for a Bounty Hunter theme over here. And then we got the Mandalorian with Grief Karga and IG-11. And the whole theme is to maybe get some movement in and put a bounty on somebody and get some points.
Excellent. Let's get into it. So Anthony's bounty is going to be on the battle droids. I'm then going to put that card back in my deck and give her a shuffle. Struggle. Our first struggle is this cross of objectives. So let's get to it. I have the first activation because I got the most Starburst crit rolls when we rolled 5 of the gray 8-sided proprietary dice. My first card is the Shatterpoint, which I do not want to use. So I'm going to burn one of my 6 force that I got from my leaders to reshuffle that away. Into bounty droids. So my droids will both move and then both hunker. You get 2 activations, but you can't do the same thing twice. And then with the hunker, you get to move within one of your current position.
Karga.
You can spend a force to have all the bounty hunters do a dash. So this is where they're at now. Ending here. Tons of movement shenanigans. I love it. Himself will then move and hunker. Anthony will then score 1. And it's my turn. With Rex. So when Rex activates, I get to pick a Galactic Republic character to dash and then hunker. That's going to be Ahsoka. And then Rex will go. He will move and then hunker, which will get him to that objective on top of the catwalk.
And Bane.
Bane will then spin a force to rocket boots up and take that objective. Anthony will then use another force to have me step aside. So I've got to either move away or stay, but moving away is less of a debuff than staying, so we'll move away. Into his final disarmed position. Bane's then going to pop a shot at Rex. After going through his skill tree, this is what we're left with. 2 hits and 2 crits. Defense roll, which is 5. And then gets a jump. And post jump, he is within 2 of that objective. So he will gain control of it. Scores 2 because he didn't actually take that objective from you. It counts it at the end of the character's activation. Okay. So I'm going to use that Shatterpoint on Kalani. So at the start of Kalani's activation, Roger goes off. So I'm going to have that battle droid unit make a dash. Then Kalani himself will move up. We'll spend a force for tactical network so that our battle droid can make a 5 dice attack against Bane. Okay, so that 5 dice attack goes to 6 because of target concentrate all firepower from Kalani. That's a miss. Translates off of my scale, my chart, to 3 total hits and the crit. We then have Anthony's defense roll. Cad will end up taking 1 damage after that defense roll. And then I can attack with Kalani. Then goes to 8 because he's a battle droid within 4 of another battle droid. Us at 5 hits and a crit after converting the expertise. Time for Anthony's defense roll. 1 expertise becomes 2 blocks. The crit still pushes for 2 damage. That objective flips back to me because I have the droids and then Kalani on the ground level to break the tie. And because the droids are contesting an active objective, they have their I hate this job kicks in and they have protection. So I take 1 less damage. Forced to dash. I'm going to perform a 5 dice attack into the droids. Base defense 4 against shooting. I've got a hunker and I've got cover because his line of sight crosses that gantry. So we got 6 dice. Not bad. I don't know. Let's see what 4 expertise does for me. Expertise turn into 2 blocks. So that is 5 damage and a shove. The 5 goes to 4 because of protection. And then I get shoved. That shove ends up dropping me down. And then he follows up 1 after the shove. And then he's going to focus and come at me for an 8 dice shooting attack. Gross. I love it. 3 hits and 3 crits. I got defense 4. I got 2 blocks. So that's probably going to knock that one out. So we got 4 tracks on the tree. So that attack will take all the rest of their health, put a wound token on them, and give them a strain. Scoring for that turn will move the clear cube back to 1 in Anthony's favor because he knocked a guy down. His black gets to move 1 closer to 7, bringing him 1 step closer to winning the first struggle. Cad Bane triggers, which will net him 2 force returned, and Cad Bane will heal 1. Ahsoka. First off, because I'm a noob, Ahsoka did have a dash move that she got towards the Mandalorian when the droids were wounded. Not a dash, a regular move. So there was that movement. Now we're on to her activation. I'll put that gantry back in just a second. The objective didn't move or slide around or anything. I moved it very gingerly. So I'm going to use my spin of force to force speed to move into engagement range with the Mandalorian. And then because I still have my 2 activations, I'm going to focus and melee. Total of 7 hits out of the 8. Anthony's defense roll. Pretty good. Pretty good. 1 damage and a shove. And then I'm going to stay put.
Ready or sing.
Moving down the gantry. And then going to take some shots at Ahsoka. So that comes out to 2 crits for the offense. Defense 7 against shooting. Can I borrow one of your blue dice? Thank you. Expertise is going to give me 2 blocks. I get to turn the crit into a hit. So that means I can block all of that damage. And then I get a jump. Ahsoka will jump up onto the gantry. And I had that wrong. There was 1 crit. It was 2 crits. He had already switched one of the dice, and I didn't see it. It happened. So we got 1 damage and a pin pushing through. Then spending a force to use hit and run and just hop down the gantry to that other objective. Maul. Maul is going to move up. And then I'm going to burn 2 force for there is no place to run on Cad to pull him down closer to me. And then we'll take a swing at Cad. That pull will also leave Cad exposed. From that, we ended up with 4 crits, 2 damage, and then a auto damage from the expertise. So we got a defense roll. And exposed is he can't use that expertise. Correct? Okay. Good deal. So we got 3 blocks. The ball deals a bunch of damage, knocks Cad down, shoves him back, and heals the strain off of the battle droids, which doesn't really matter, but there wasn't anything else to do with it because I was just out of range of Ahsoka. And then repositions to grab the objective on the left of the cross, scoring me 3 points, and then moving my black cube 1 because I wounded a guy. Excellent. Shatterpoint. Going with Karga under the gantry. That force again to have all the bounty hunters do the bounty hunter shuffle. It moves. Karga jumps up onto the gantry. 5 dice attack coming in from Karga on Ahsoka. That is not good. Okay. And then my defense against shooting is 7 because I practice with the little orb thing. And 2 on my expertise. Expertise is going to turn his crit into a hit, which I will then block. And block the other one. And then I get a jump. That attack, because he rolled misses, will trigger deflect, so he will take 2 damage. I'm going to opt to not jump anywhere. I'm just going to stay put. Kalani. So when Kalani activates, Roger Roger goes off, and the droids within 4 of him get to have a dash. And we're going to move Kalani himself to right there. And then we're going to take a shot at Sing. Okay, 7 dice in my hand. 2 misses. And 1 expertise, which becomes a crit. And our defense roll. Pretty good roll. It nets me 2 damage on Sing, and then we're going to spend my last force that I currently have for Tactical Network to make the droid shoot. I'll dash forward, and then we're going to pop some shots. Attack becomes 6 because of Kalani. Okay, that's pretty good. 3, and play goes to Anthony. Bounty Hunters are up next, and they'll get a dash to open up with. 1 moves closer to Ahsoka. The other ingresses up to the gantries. Those 2 ne'er-do-wells are going to sling a total of 12 dice at Ahsoka, 6 each. It's a lot of expertise. Who is 2 blocks, turn 1 of your crits into a hit, and then get a jump. And then the push. For the shooting bounty hunter, who manages to not get a miss. That's a really good roll. And your expertise turns into a hit.
Yep, 1 hit.
Take all of it and give me a jump. I'm going to jump back onto the objective. Bimbly bimbly. Horned bounty hunter will jump down from the gantry onto that back objective. The shorter one will move up to continue to contest that one. Last for me will be the 5-0 first. So we're going to have our clone troopers do some movements. And then we will fire. This one, we'll start with this one. He's going to be definitely shooting at the guy in front of him. Nice shooting. Bless you. Thank you. 2 crits, 4 hits after the expertise resolution. We're going to put the strain on him. Then we're going to move over to our other trooper. Going to take a shot at Sing. Total. So we'll do 2 damage and put a pin and the strain. IG-11 up next. 11 would be able to remove a condition if he has one, and then make a short move when he activates. No condition, so just a short move. Here's the final position after a short move and regular move so that he could get line of sight on Maul. He gets 3 extra dice because it's a contested thing. That's a lot of freaking hits and expertise! 6 dice to defend with. That attack will net him 3 trips down the damage tree. Shove him back, dealing a total of 3 damage and a shove and a pin. Henry will gain a whopping 4 points from that turn, and play will pass to me. Starting with Ahsoka. Ahsoka's going to stay put. She's within engagement range of that bounty hunter, and she's just going to focus for an extra dice and let fly. Coming at it. Pretty good blocks. Brings her forward just a touch. Bang. The condition will flip the wound to the EKG looking side of it, and then he's going to carry on with his activation. Flip his stance and then send an 8 dice shot into Maul. Pretty decent shot. 3 hits and the expertise convert to 2 crits. I got defense 6. Being 3 damage and a disarm. Spend 4 force, because everything costs more now that he's wounded, and force me to step aside. 4 or 5, and that should finally end this first freaking struggle. Hopefully the second one goes quicker. Does that not end it? It's got to touch it. He needs 1 more point. I'm probably not going to score anything here. Let's see what happens. Alright. We got Maul. We'll Use a recover action so that he can pick his lightsaber back up. We're going to spend 2 force to yank this bounty hunter over to me. And then we're going to hit him real freaking hard. We're coming at him for 9 dice. Because I've got 6 damage on me. And that gives me extra dice. 1 per 3. 9 plus 1. There's currently 10 damage looking at him. He's got 4 defense. Yeah. So that's going to wound them. And I'm going to use the jump to get rid of the pin that I had. Karga. Not really a good time to use Karga. So Anthony's going to spend a force to stash him to the side and draw a different card.
Awesome.
Not much better. Those bounty hunters using the first action to get rid of their pin, second action to shuffle. Second struggle starts. My turn. It's one where we have a shifting priority target. I rolled this one right here for my turn. So let's see who we get. That's a pretty good one. On Roger, the droid that was here pushes up to under the gantry. And then Kalani's going to do some stuff. Have him move. And he's going to take a shot at Aura Singh. 4 hits, 2 crits. That's going to hurt. So that's going to flip one of them. It ends up with blocking all the regular hits and then taking one of the crits, which causes 2 damage. I'm then going to spend a force for tactical network. Those droids shoot at that bounty hunter. That's decent. Get a reposition. My turn will end. Kalani will capture the primary target. And we'll go to Anthony. Aura Singh up next. Aura hunkers, which allows her to move 1 away, which drops her down to the ground level. And then she moves to the ladder and ingresses up to that back point. So that interaction broke my brain a little bit. But what I'm being told is because of their ability, I guess I'm in charge now. When they would be put in reserve, they go on the bottom instead. But because they're not actually going in reserve, it doesn't cost a force. Sounds good to me. I'm here for it. So let's draw a card. We're going to get Rex. That's a good one. You can't see him because I didn't move the camera, but there he is. When Rex activates, get a move on soldier triggers. So we're going to dash that clone trooper. So Rex is currently disarmed, so he can't do a whole lot. But we are going to move. Move and then recover so that I can pick my gun back up. And then I'm going to spend 1 force for defensive maneuvers, but I'm only going to adjust slightly on the dash. Just slightly. No, going to get a move on. Jumping up, and then going to take a shot down at Mando. Or Darth Maul, not Mando. He's not going to shoot himself. Okay. That converts to 2 crits and 3 hits. And I will get 2 expertise, resulting in 3 damage and a shove, which he's not going to take. He's just going to leave him where he is. Clone Trooper's up next for me. So they're going to focus and then fire. Clone Trooper under the gantry is going to shoot at that bounty hunter upfield from 8 dice shot. A crit. For number 2, going to shoot at the Mandalorian. That's better. Was not a great roll. Yeah. And at that point, Rex is going to spend a force to also make a dash and shoot at the Mandalorian. 5 dice attack. Ends up 4 hits and a crit. 2 damage pushes through on the Mando. Shatterpoint's drawn. Mando's going to focus up and fire at Maul. Alright, so 5 hits total. No crits. Let's see what I do. Nothing good. So we're going to go with the 501st on my Shatterpoint. And we're going to use spin a force to use defensive maneuvers. So they get a dash. Locations after the dash coming out from under the gantry and ingressing up onto the platform. We're then going to move. And then we're going to fire. Here, we're going to fire at the bounty hunter. Minor movement adjustment because I definitely want to be able to shoot. I don't want to be punching. So shooting at the bounty hunter. 3 hits, 1 crit. It's going to block everything but the crit, probably. Pin and 3 damage. He's already pinned, or a pin and 2 damage. He's already pinned, so that goes to an extra damage. And then I'm going to spin a force so that Rex can also fire at that bounty hunter. 5 hits. It'll be an extra block. Yep. So 2 trips down. So we're going to do the 4 damage. Our trooper over here is going to shoot at IG. Total. That should take care of all of them. Positioning to right there. Score 1, play passes to Anthony. Activating Cargo. So Cargo does the bounty hunter shuffle. Everybody moves around. And then he's going to move to this section of gantry and take a shot at the 501st. Pretty good roll. In the process of that, Anthony made some minor play errors. Some of the people that he was trying to move didn't actually move because they had pins on them, and Aura actually killed herself moving because of the strain. The expertise, and then I kind of hope he hits me and does some damage here because then I can do stuff with Ahsoka. 5. Alright, so we got battle droids. So they're going to move and then attack. Droids will fight. This droid is going to shoot at Cargo, and this droid is going to try to punch IG. Four hits and 1 crit. Him. And then we'll do the punches onto IG. Alright. That was a miss. Wasn't it? Yes. That was a miss. 2 blocks. And then I will take the point and score 2. Gonna punch at the 501st with a big old handful of dice. 11 dice. He's base 7 plus 3 because of his ability attacking across a contested objective that he doesn't control, and then plus 1 for focus. So this is probably gonna hurt real freaking bad. 2 crits, 4 hits. Defense 4. We blocked 2 of them. So you got 4 trips down the tree. And you're going to be putting 5 dice into the droids. 1 expertise. Nothing. No. 1 block. But with the 501st, this bottom one down here is the primary. Then a force to do defensive maneuvers, which will get rid of their pin. And then I'm going to recover to get rid of their disarm. And then I'm going to fire / punch. 7 for the shot into bang. 2 crits, 3 hits. Holy smokes, that's a lot of expertise. And then that'll end my turn. I will score 3. No. Wait. Returns to Anthony with Karga. So Karga has everybody do the bounty hunter shuffle. followed by a move. Big shot at the droids, you said? Or a punch, rather. 3. Block 1. 2 trips down the tree.
So they no longer skills.
And 2 damage on the droids, and then a small move to Cargo, which will bring it over here, and he always secures the objective. He is the tiebreaker, which means a hard-fought battle and a hearty handshake from my good friend Anthony, who I'm super grateful was willing to come over and coach me through this game. It took us a lot longer than this battle report might reply, but it was a lot of fun. As always, super grateful to everyone who took the time out of their day to watch this and hang out for a little bit, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.